Okay, so hey guys, today I'm doing a Lana Del Rey look. It's for Free magazine, which is really exciting to be working with them. And there's going to be a step-by-step guide that you can read through and also the video. So I'm just going to do a makeup look to start with, a really beautiful fresh makeup, a sort of traditional matte brown eye with a really nice fluttering eyelashes, peachy cheeks, really matte skin and really flawless. She also has quite a nude lip as well, and the classic heavy brow. So what I'm going to start with is my foundation. Can't wait to get some on because I feel really not so good. Okay, so I'm using Studio Fix Fluid MAC, and this is in NC30. Her skin is quite pale, but if you don't have naturally pale skin, then you don't obviously want to do it too pale. So just match up, your foundation to your skin, and the best way to do that is like use your arm or like your chest. Don't match up to your neck. Okay. I like to get right round by my ears when I'm putting my foundation on. And I'm using a MAC brush 190. All the foundation is on, and just in case anyone's wondering, I didn't pencil my eyebrows in before the video. They're tattooed on now, so I can change the shape of them if I want with pencil, but this is kind of like my everyday look. Tracy Giles did them. She does all the celebrities and she's fantastic. Right, so on that note, I'm going to get onto the brows. I'm going to be using Spiked MAC, and Lana's eyebrows are quite dark and they're quite straight as well. Then she doesn't have much of an arch. I mean, mine are fairly arched, so I'm just going to knock some of that arch away. First of all, I'm just going to clean them up a little bit. Rid of any of the foundation and just keep them nice and straight using number 7 clear gel. Okay, so what you want to do is just kind of keep the brow nice and straight, but just lose some of this arch here, and they come down quite low too. It's quite subtle, but it just makes that sort of old glamour look. Basically, what's very modern now is just to sort of knock out that area and have quite a nice clean sweep, but they're more about sort of bringing it lower, keeping the brow quite solid. I might do as well. Let's just pop a little bit of powder on there. So we think about her. Her look is quite matte. Her brows are matte. The eyeshadow is very matte. The lips, but then the skin's quite dewy. Sort of in this area, which I'm going to get to in a minute with some highlighting. So I've just used an angle brush. This is actually a really old brush, and I don't even remember where I got it from, but I do have one very similar, which is 263 MAC, so you can use that. And the brown that I used, it had a little bit of warmth to it, and that is Embark. Okay, so eyes. Just going to use some MAC Luna and just highlight a tiny bit just underneath the brow, and then just dabbing with your finger, just pressing into the skin. Underneath the eye. Don't sort of come too far in here because that will just detract away from where the areas you want it to look highlighted, which is just round here. So for the base of the eye, I'm just going to use MAC Painterly, which looks like this. That will just take down any redness, and it will just help the foundation stick. Sorry, not foundation. It will just take down any redness and help the eyeshadow stick, just give you a nice base to work with. Just make sure you soften out those corners there, don't leave anything looking harsh. Oh yeah, I curled my eyelashes before as well. You know I'm a big fan of always curly lashes. Okay, so I'm just going to use two colours to create the brown that she quite classically has. And when I looked at her eye makeup, what she does is she has a solid matte brown eyelid, but I always advise keep it a little bit lighter in the corner there, otherwise it can start to look a bit too heavy, and depending on your eye shape it's not going to suit everyone, so it's always best to keep it a little bit lighter in the corner. But what I'm seeing quite a lot of at the minute is the liner is quite thick and the flick is very short. So whereas before we used to have quite a fine line and a long flick, it's now changed to a thick line and a short flick. So that's more the trend at the minute, and that's definitely what she's rocking. So I'm going to show you that. So in here I'm just using MAC Symmetry. Which is a really great shadow to have in your kit. Like, I use it a lot for sort of these kind of retro looks and just, you know, everyday looks. It's a really, really good shade to have. And then I'm mixing it with Brun. This brush is 230. So just try and dab it on, otherwise it will just sprinkle all under there, and then you'll have to clean it all up with a cotton bud. And what a faff that would be. So sometimes when you use like a base like Painterly, you can see it grabs in areas, which is the only downside with using primers and things, and that's sometimes why I've avoided using them in the past. But you just have to really, they are really good and they do help to keep the colour to stay put. So you just have to buff away with any of the eyeshadow that's stuck. That's the best way to get around that problem. And what I'm going to buff it out with is just a little bit of Embark, which is also MAC, just to kind of warm it up a little bit, because the other two shadows are quite flat and slightly ashy. Back and forth. Again, like just little circular motions and then just like a windscreen wiper back and forth. Okay, done. Okay, so if you struggle with liner, you can try using brown border to start with, and then you can draw your line in and then go over the top with your liquid liner. That's what I do if I'm in a rush, so I'll just demonstrate that. Okay, so now I'm using Rimmel Eyeliner Exaggerate. It's got a nice thick pen to it, so it's really good for just drawing on. And now I'm just going to go over my guideline basically that I've got with the brown. And inside her eye she has, it looks like white, so I'm using Fascinate MAC. Now on to mascara, Dazzle MAC again. I love this particular mascara because the wand is quite small and neat, so you can really get in close to the eye. She has quite long lashes at the bottom as well, so I've put quite a bit on the bottom as well as the top, and now I'm going to put some false lashes on. And for that I wanted some quite natural looking ones, and actually I got these from Amy Childs, and they're really good for this look. So you can buy those as well. And they're in all sorts of places now, Boots, Tesco's maybe. I'm using Duo glue. So I always find it helps to put on my lashes with a pair of tweezers. So it's quite hard getting your fingers in close to your eye. Okay. So they look quite natural and that goes well with the rest of the look. Right. So now we're moving on to cheeks. Okay, so using an angle brush, this is from Space NK, for your contouring. So I am using Harmony. And this is MAC. So you really just want to feel where the bone is and just put it just right underneath. I've talked about contouring in quite a lot of my videos. If you wanted a detailed one, you could go back and look at the Lauren Goodyear 4-part, very detailed. And then just here is where Lana has a little bit of orange blush on her cheeks. So I like this Shu Uemura. It's peach. This is 47, and I think they do one in 41 that's a nice orange as well. Okay, so finally lips. What I'm going to do is use a little bit of my highlighter, just on the top there. So that will create a nice pouty lip, which is very pouty on the top. And I'm using MAC Sculpture. Okay, so just finishing off now with lips. So I've got my liner on, and now I'm just using a 231 MAC and a MAC lipstick, which is Shu. So it's nice and matte and light. Okay, so this look is done. I'm not going to put any gloss on it. It's really tempting, but it's for me, her look is the lips and the eyes are very matte, and the skin's more dewy and polished. And as the day goes on, like, you know, this will just your natural dewiness will come through the foundation, and it will all set in and just look more and more beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed this look, and keep watching, so I'm going to do some more coming up soon. Okay. Also, don't forget to please subscribe to my channel. You just click the little button above while you're watching my face. That'd be great. Thanks guys, see you again soon.